Plaintiff Daryl Walls says the defendant dated his daughter and things were good until the defendant had his daughter arrested for domestic violence. After the arrest, Daryl claims the defendant vandalized his daughter's car, and he's suing him today for the cost of a tool rental. Defendant James Sockwell says Daryl's daughter was living with him, but after he met someone else and kicked her out, she assaulted him. James says the police were called and Daryl's daughter was arrested, and he denies owing Daryl for anything.
Start with you.
I met Mr. Sockwell through my daughter. She's 24 years old, and when I first met him, of course, I had a little issue because there's an age differential. I think he's 51 and something like that, and she's 24. But he seemed like a pretty cool guy, so I went along with it.
How long ago was that?
That was back in, I think, March of 2021.
How'd things go from your knowledge?
It went pretty good for a while, and then they got into an issue where he had her arrested for domestic violence. Said she chased him down the street with a hammer or something, had her put in jail, and from that point on, it just went downhill.
You charged her?
Yes.
And she was convicted or pled guilty?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Did they resume their relationship?
No, he had a restraining order put against her, but they kept seeing each other off and on, and it just got to the point to where he started vandalizing her car, busted a windshield.
So she went to jail for domestic violence against him.
Yes.
And you're saying he then committed violence against her?
Yes,
destroying her property.
Right.
Did she file charges against him?
We did. Well, we tried to file charges against him, but every time, well, he had got friends downtown, and every time we tried to get a case against him, they said it didn't have enough evidence to have a case against him. So.
What do you mean friends downtown, as in?
Police officer, he knew. He said we didn't have enough evidence against him, so.
What did you have?
Well, they had her husband, as of now, said that he saw him.
No evidence, yeah, that's
no.
not evidence.
No.
Her husband saying he saw him, no. A jealous husband, no, that's not evidence.
Defendant James Sockwell is being sued by his ex-girlfriend's father, who claims James vandalized his daughter's car.
Go ahead, sir. You give me some background. That's certainly not enough evidence to bring anything.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Anybody.
Good.
Go
My name
ahead.
is James Sockwell. I'm actually a business owner from Little Rock, Arkansas. I actually met Mr. Walls' daughter about a year and a half. We dated 2 years exactly. I actually moved into my home. And
after how many months of knowing her?
I guess about 8 months, Your Honor.
8 months.
Moved into my home.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And we dated on and off almost 2 years. I came home one night and told her I wanted out of my home. I'd met somebody else, and then one in the morning kicked her out.
You did?
Yeah, I did that, sir. I put her out of my home. There's no use in even prolonging this whatsoever. I met somebody else.
You gave her a 30-day notice?
I gave her an hour notice, sir.
Okay, that was illegal. Tell your daughter to sue him for an illegal eviction. Okay. Go ahead, sir. What else?
I put her out, and she assaulted me, and the police were called, and she was locked up.
She assaulted you after you put her out?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Everything started with your crime.
I didn't commit a crime, Your Honor. It's my home.
Illegal eviction.
It's my home.
So she was living with you, sir. I know the law. I'm not going to debate the law with you. Anybody that lives in your house is a tenant. To put a tenant out, you have to go to court. Learn the law before you move somebody into your house. Now move on, and let's talk about anything you want other than you throwing his daughter out, as you are so proud to lead your testimony off with. And that's why I was so proud and happy to tell him to have her sue his socks off for emotional distress. Don't even bring him here, because she can only get $5,000. Go and sue for illegal eviction and the emotional distress, and then when you get the judgment, first thing you do is you attach a lien against that property, and you perhaps will own that property. I've seen that happen quite regularly in landlord-tenant court. Tell me about the cost of the tool rental and what else? Why are you suing him for that?
Well, the agreement was that I would use my credit.
Agreement between who?
Between myself and Mr. Sockwell. Mm-hmm. That I would let him use my credit card to rent the pressure washer for his business. And in return, he would pay me the money back after he returned the pressure washer. Well, he was supposed to return it the next day, but he went on to keep it for like 11 days or something like that. and he ran the
When you
bill.
call him the next day or two?
I did. I was supposed to meet him at Home Depot to return it. I went there, and he never showed up. I kept calling and calling. He never answered. Finally, about that Tuesday or Wednesday after the rental, he finally answered the phone.
How long after that? How long had it been?
3 days, 4 days.
3 days, he answered the phone. Mm-hmm.
Right, and then he said, Mr. Walls, just meet me over tomorrow, and I'll pay you the money that I owe you. Well, that's the same night that he and my daughter got into this altercation. He had her arrested for domestic violence. So from that point on, he just refused to pay me my money.
All right. And last discussion was when and what?
After he was served with the notice that I was taking him to small claims court, he called me and told me that I was messing with dangerous waters. So after that point, I haven't heard anything else from him. But he did vandalize her car again. You know, he poked the tires out. But
right, is she suing him?
They're in the process of it.
Okay, tell her to add the other claim, illegal eviction and emotional distress attached to that.
We'll do it.
All right. All right, sir, what do you say to the tool rental?
None of it's true. Me and Mr. Walls had an agreement. The agreement was he would give me $1,000 to further my power washing business, and I can clean the property that he owns in Woodson, Arkansas. Mm-hmm. Once his daughter was put out of my home, then all the rules changed. He wants cash. That was not the agreement, Sean. The agreement was he would loan me $1,000 to rent a scissor. What a scissor does, it goes 5'4" high. I was cleaning a very large apartment complex at the time. I didn't have all my resources were invested into the chemicals. So I said, Mr. Walls, listen, I need $1,000 to get this scissor from the rental company to my the job I was actually working on. He said, okay. I said, how are we gonna work this out? You want cash back? He said, actually, I want you to clean a property in Woodson that I own, from top to bottom, driveways and sidewalks. And once his daughter assaulted me, I put her out, then the game changed. He wants $1,000 in cash, but that wasn't the agreement. I can have his property cleaned tomorrow, not by me, but 2 of my staff members who work with me and go and clean his house and driveway.
Your Honor, I don't even own a property. I don't know where he come up with this ideas.
What property did you agree to clean?
He owns a house in Woodson, Arkansas, sir.
Do you rent or own a house?
I live with my mom. I don't own a home at all.
Or rent one
No,
in Woodson,
no, sir.
Arkansas.
Where do you stay at, Mr. Walls? You stay in Woodson, Arkansas, don't you?
I live in Woodson.
Thank you. That's the property you want me to clean.
With my mom.
That's the property you want me to clean, sir.
Defendant James Sockwell is being sued by his ex-girlfriend's father, who claims James vandalized his daughter's car.
The question is, did you have this agreement?
No.
And now when I ask you, you play games with the answer. I don't have a home. Yeah, you live there with your mother. I don't know what game you were trying to play with all that. I don't have a place. You're doing all that to me when I'm asking you. Your claim is dismissed, sir. I think you breached the contract. Have a good day. Claim dismissed.
You are a liar. This never happened. You never talk about cleaning a piece of property for whom? I've been living with my mom, and the only reason that I live with her is because I had a hip replacement. But this agreement that he comes up with, it never happened. It never happened.
You're a bum, and you're a liar, and you're wasting my time. I'm
Are
a
you
business owner.
kidding me?
I'm a business owner. You brought me all the way to Chicago for this madness, and you're still wrong, and you're still wrong. And I'm going back to get that bag in Arkansas. Got a apartment complex to clean tomorrow.